It is with that objective in mind, Roosevelt wrote, I would like to have your recommendations. Bush completed his report in 1 year. But in 1945, when he delivered his report, it was to a new president, President Harry S. Truman, who had assumed the office following Roosevelt's death. In this report, he laid out the design for the foundation, which actually still holds today, 63 years later. In his design, he advised that the foundation be focused on research and education, recognizing that the scientific workforce is a critical element of the success of the scientific enterprise, and that the federal government has a critical role to play in supporting and sustaining the workforce. Bush wrote, the deficit of science and technology students who, but for the war, would have received bachelor's degrees is about 150,000. It is estimated that the deficit of those obtaining advanced degrees in these fields will amount in 1955 to about 17,000. For it takes at least 6 years from college entry to achieve a doctor's degree, or its equivalent in science and engineering. The real ceiling on our productivity of new scientific knowledge and its application in the war against disease and the development of new products and new industries is the number of trained scientists available. The training of a scientist is a long and expensive process. Studies clearly show that there are talented individuals in every part of the population, but with few exceptions, those without the means of buying higher education go without it. If ability and not the circumstances of family fortune determines who shall receive higher education in science, then we shall be assured of constantly improving quality at every level of scientific activity. The government should provide a reasonable number of undergraduate scholarships and graduate fellowships in order to develop scientific talent in American youth. With these words, the groundwork was laid for NSF's and the U.S. perspective on support of our scientific workforce, and the approach still holds today. The times are not that different today than they were when Roosevelt first asked Bush to get busy thinking about how to put peacetime science in the forefront. Today, President Obama is asking for a budget to increase the number of U.S. graduate students threefold, and for increases in scientific funding across the board. He is asking the young people to consider scientific careers and elevating the importance of science as a tool for solving world problems. We are looking at new investments in energy and in global warming. We are considering how to make sure that our young scientists have global experiences so that they are able to work with scientists worldwide and that they are attuned to how other countries see issues and do their research. In the last year, the Foundation has also recognized that in order to do its job well, it needed to ask whether we are promoting the risk-taking and intellectual imagination that creates new thinking, new research, and new results. It was determined that we needed to make some adjustments to our review and selection process of new research proposals. After careful thought and much discussion, the Foundation made some significant changes to the review criteria and its grant awards model. In regard to the review criteria, the Foundation augmented its chief intellectual merit criterion to include transformative research. As a reminder that the role of the Foundation is always to fund those proposals that will make the largest difference, even those that can be construed as risky, recognizing that it is not easy to identify those in their earliest stages. In a policy statement issued by the NSF, the term transformative research is defined as a range of endeavors which promise extraordinary outcomes, such as revolutionizing entire disciplines, creating entirely new fields, or disrupting accepted theories and perspectives. In other words, those endeavors which have the potential to change the way we address challenges in science, engineering, and innovation. Supporting more transformative research is of critical importance in the fast-paced, science and technology-intensive world of the 21st century. These words, potentially transformative, were added to the intellectual merit criterion that is used to review every proposal funded by the NSF. In addition to the conceptual rewording, NSF recognized that it would also have to implement some changes in its behavior to implement the emphasis on transformative research. New funding mechanisms were created to allow for exploratory research and quick response funding to immediate situations. These new mechanisms, grants for rapid response research, and early concept grants for exploratory research, fondly known as RAPID and EAGER, are important improvements. RAPID supports quick response research on natural or anthropogenic disasters and similar unanticipated events, with grants of up to $200,000 for 1 year. And EAGER supports high-risk exploratory and potentially transformative research with grants of up to $300,000 for up to 2 years. Both mechanisms designed to expand the versatility of the foundation. NSF continues to seek other improvements that will support the scientific community. This workshop is another mechanism for introducing new ideas about how to do things better in terms of policy about risk-taking, diversity, and brain circulation, the critical topics to all of us. I want to end by wishing you all a very successful workshop that offers important ideas to take home to your own countries and that forges new and lasting collaborations that can be put to use for the betterment of the world. This is a very unique opportunity, and I hope you are able to enjoy it. Finally, I want to thank my colleagues from other foundations and funding organizations for making this workshop possible. It is the start of a great collaboration, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Best wishes to all of you. Thank you.